A very good evening, Zimbabwe. Masquerade say, Masquerade say, Masquerade say. My name is Ronald Wekwa and let us talk about teachers for ED. So, in a few days, takaona pakulonjwa chinongonzi teachers for ED. Zvese for ED. These are the things people like Jim Kunaka were complaining about. Kuti zvese zvangova for ED. Kunotori nemahure for EDs. Mawindi for ED, mbavha for ED, looters for ED. Zvichingoenda zvichienda ike zvinezvi vana teachers for ED. You see manje vanenge vane doctors and nurses for ED as well. So let us talk about teachers for ED and the plan from ZANU-PF. Why are they introducing teachers for ED? That is very important and very critical at this moment in time. So point number one is that the remuneration of teachers is so poor in Zimbabwe, and no normal teacher would want to work, continue to work achipiwa nzungu dzavari kupiwa idzi. So ZANU-PF understands that, and ZANU-PF knows kuti if teachers continues to use teachers unions, it's more likely kuti they will be defeated in 2023, because at this moment teachers unions do have an impact, a positive impact in terms of fighting for the rights of the teachers. So point number one is that they want to silence teachers through these teachers for ED. It means the unions won't be able to represent teachers, and they will be powerless. If teachers go to join that teachers for ED, you will see my unions are being rendered useless, and there won't be a positive representation or an independent representation of teachers in terms of their concerns, in terms of their welfare, in terms of any other thing which might arise at work. That is point number one. But major issue here is the issue of vote rigging. We all know that teachers are the majority in terms of people who are employed by ZEC during the elections to assist with the issue of voting and the issue of elections. The majority of teachers, especially in the rural areas, they partner and they work for Zimbabwe Electoral Commission on contracts during that period. So the plan is that when teachers join teachers for ED, they can be easily manipulated and easily controlled, because they now belong to a certain political party. They now belong to a certain faction. And it means when we go to the elections, we will go to the elections with the electoral workers who are biased, electoral workers who are working for a certain individual or who are affiliated to a certain individual, something which is not so good, something which is not so proper. And we don't expect to have a free and fair election under such circumstances, under such conditions. You don't expect anything different and anything positive to come out. So they held a meeting. Is it a meeting or a workshop at Dadaya? It was reported by Heart and Soul Television Network here, and they said that teachers for ED workshop in Dadaya, and this is around Zvishavane. I think Dadaya is around Zvishavane, and zvikanzvana pana hanzi yezvo smearing my school with nonsense. Is ED a country now? You have lowered education standard. So you can actually see that is what they are doing. Instead of them developing, instead of them remunerating workers, instead of them focusing on policies, they are now focusing on manipulating teachers, manipulating workers, and especially those in the rural areas. They are forced to join these teachers for ED because of intimidation. So when you're in the rural areas and you are told to attend, there is nothing you can do except attending. You have no choice, and that is the situation our teachers are facing. So this is the reason why we need to stand with our teachers. This is the reason why we need to defend our teachers. We need to speak about teachers, because the unions are good, but the school heads threaten teachers. So you will see kuti these are the issues dzinenge dzakupedzisira dzichiitika panapa. Anga achiresponda to this person is saying this is why their unions yield nothing. With such sellouts, you cannot do a thing. So you see kuti when you are working nema headmaster, ekuti headmaster akangotorwa from kwagocha nhembe kwakanzi you are now a headmaster kwakati, that person is easily manipulated, because anenge ari munhu wavo anenge akaappointed to such a position, and a very influential position of being a headmaster. but chinenge chaburwa chinenge chabuda hapana. So teachers for UED ndo zvazviri kuitika, and they are trying by all means to make sure that they manipulate, they control each and every sector. If you look to the health sector, they want nurses for ED so that they can be able also to control, as well as they are trying to introduce and launch zvimwe zvimabogus laws zvavanenge vachida kuisa zvekuti other people cannot represent people especially the nurses. Vanenge vasingachabvumirwe kuita mastrikes, vanenge vasingachabvumirwe kuita job action or collective action. So this is what is happening. In the comment section, I don't know, what do you think about this Teachers for ED initiative? Is it good? Will it affect anything in 2023? And what can be done? In my thoughts, I believe kuti so if we can work with my junior teachers so that they don't get intimidated, so that they don't get overpowered. We need to be there with them, especially those in the rural areas. They are so vulnerable, and we need to support them. So this is it in Zimbabwe. Teachers for ED vakuuya kuti vazoccupy the space of my unions. Number one, to silence the unions, and number two, to make sure that they control them and they rig elections on behalf of Emmerson Mnangagwa in 2023. That is my belief. I don't know what you think. In the comment section, please let us have a discussion. What do you think about these Teachers for ED? Zvese zvichangopera for ED, munhu wese for ED, zvapedzera zvakungodzi political parties for ED, tovisara panapa pasina kana chinhu kana alternative kana opposition, ndozvauri kuda kucreata. But 2023 is coming, change is coming. Nobody can stop change.